Welcome to the Pack Life Podcast, episode 11. I'm your gracious and humble host, Bruiser Carter.
Gracious and humble, baby.
Along with my family, my gang, 11 episodes in, we have Lil B to my left.
Gang.
And we have Cut Carter to my right.
Cutthroat.
How are you guys doing on this playoff evening?
I'm finally watching playoff basketball. I've been on 2K, so I've been watching.
It's good basketball going on. Surprise. Brooklyn beat Philly.
How much they won by?
It was 111, 102.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned. People
think, yeah.
people texting me like, oh, bro, they ain't ready. They gonna blow. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
it's this game.
They needed this game, get back on track. Spurs probably taking them easy.
Yeah, underestimated.
Now they're gonna be D'Angelo Russell gonna have to get clamped up. Who was the high man? Who scored the most points?
Russell and LeVert off the bench.
And Joe Harris was going on too.
Okay, Harris come off the
And
bench.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? They
They
needed that wake up call.
Yep. Before we begin, I'd like to say I forgot to announce last week that the audio for the Pack Life Podcast is now available on iTunes Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. So for those that can't watch the video because you have work or want to listen to it in the car, it's now available on all those platforms.
Go get that.
Facts. Let's start with Antonio Brown going after JuJu Smith-Schuster. Former teammates now. New rivalry. Why is AB attacking JuJu?
I think he just mad because JuJu came out and said that thing about Ben and how he gonna be loyal. He rock with him. I think because JuJu might have at one point been probably playing both sides.
Yeah.
So he was like, AB will complain about Ben and JuJu be like, yeah, bro, I agree, I feel you, yeah, he tripping. And then also JuJu will be around Ben and probably saying like, yeah, Ben, I rock with you, you my guy.
So you think he two-faced. But since AB out the door, he finally chose his side.
Right. And I think it's not so much him being two-faced it now, like just picking sides. I think it's like AB gone, so I'm gonna try to keep the hostility to a minimum and keep it like a good locker room and make it like we got a bond. And then AB like on the outside looking in, he like, man, this man only saying that because he ain't got paid yet. As soon as he get his check, he gonna say how he feel. And I'm like, it might be true, but you don't have to call him out on it. And then AB, like, it's one thing to tweet about it and go back and forth on the internet. I mean, I don't really get into that because that ain't my thing. But when he started posting screenshots, that's when it was kind of like, all right,
cornballish.
Yeah, like, you lame, bro. Like, that was a lame move, AB. Like, you too far to be doing something so lame. Like, because everybody thinks so highly of you.
Yeah.
Like, at least fans do. Like, Ryan Clark said he's a bad person and all this. I don't talk about nobody like that. I don't know him like that to say he's a bad person. So, I just think it's grown men with money just being a little too sensitive.
Yeah. Well, I believe it started the day when AB got traded. JuJu posted a picture that said, "We ready," with JuJu catching a touchdown in the end zone against the Raiders, Antonio Brown in the back. So like a sort of sneak diss. Then JuJu posted another picture talking about with Big Ben. That's my quarterback hugging him. Then that's when AB came out and said players will do anything in a contract situation. So, not a bad beef. What you think, B? You team JuJu or team AB?
Team AB. Raiders. I mean, AB did build a little rivalry right there with JuJu and Pittsburgh, really. So it's like, hopefully, I get to see them play in the regular season because it's gonna be a lot of tension. And
prime time game.
Yeah, and with the JuJu situation, he got to defend his teammate. Pittsburgh's team, so he got to have his teammates back. AB not on that team no more. So, but the going back and forth on social media, that's not called for. That's what little girls do. Like they acting real childish, real childish with that one. So, yeah, they need to chill with that.
Y'all saw the NBA players voted who's the most overrated and underrated players in the NBA? Boy, so disrespectful. Here they said the most overrated players in the NBA.
They said Russell.
Russell and Draymond tied for first.
Thank you.
Do you agree that both of them are the most overrated players in the NBA?
Even though I'm a Warriors fan, I can say Draymond is overrated. Russell, we already explained that previous podcast. But Draymond, he overrated because the Warriors really don't need him. He can't shoot. You know, he's just there for like motivation, pump them up. You know, but really, he really can't contribute to really nothing. I mean, because he's not really that impactful on the team.
I understand why they think Draymond's overrated. On a championship caliber team, you're the third best player. You don't do much on the offensive end, but defensive end, you're one of those stout defenders. But Russell Westbrook, I think that's just pure hate, honestly, for the triple doubles. I think the players resent that they can't get a triple double every night and how the media promotes the triple double. So I do agree to some extent that the media has propped up the triple double, but now players see it as, man, that's easy. You do that every night. You don't win. Like what you be saying, Russell don't be winning. But it's just hate, honestly. They just can't do it. How can you be overrated when 3 straight seasons you average a triple double in the regular season?
I'm not hating on that. It's just they just think he's great for the triple doubles, but it's like he's not a winner. I feel like he's pretty much about himself. I mean, he's starting to play team ball with PG this year, but come playoff time, I think he's going to get back to being selfish, shoot a lot of shots, shooting 30-plus shots, and making like 15, 14. His percentage is going to be horrible in the playoffs.
Making 15, 14 out of 30 ain't bad.
I mean, it's 50%, but it's going to be low. I know his percentage is going to be low. So,
do you agree that Russell and Draymond are the most overrated players in the NBA?
Russell not overrated, man. I think Russell, what Russell does has become so normal that people try to say he overrated, and players in the NBA might think he's overrated because of how he gets his stats sometimes. But personally, bro, if he getting it that way, why you can do it too, right? So if it was a stat, you playing for the stat game, and then Draymond, I think Draymond is overrated because he doesn't really do too much. Like, there's not much he can, like. I think he plays his role well. Like, he's just a great role player. But when they try to make him an all-star and a superstar and all this, he's not that. And that's okay. He still make more money than me. Like, I can't. What can you say? He's still making millions. He's still taking care of his family. He still made it out of his environment and elevated, his life.
Yeah.
So, but when it comes to basketball, the game of basketball, yeah, he overrated. And I think instead of putting Draymond on that list, they could have put. Instead of putting Russell on that list, they could have put. They could have put
Who do you think is overrated?
I'm trying to think about it.
In the NBA, the most overrated player in the NBA.
It's tough.
Like, what do you guys consider overrated? Like, what makes you an overrated player? Stats? Is it winning?
I don't know. Like, well, you could base it on a lot. You could base it on how much they make and are they worth that money they make. Like, Ken Bazemore's not worth the money he makes.
Yeah.
Or you could do it like, you could base it off like they team and what they gotta do on their team. Like, no, I don't know. I guess I could go with like,
because it's really a tricky question. Because overrated can mean anything. It's like, it's up to what you think.
That's what I'm saying. It's subjective. That's why them releasing that was kind of stupid.
And
I'll say Gordon Hayward's overrated.
Okay. Because of but he got injured,
but he make a lot of money. Well.
Who you think the most overrated? Are you still don't know?
That's tough.
And the players voted on the most underrated players. Number 1 was Jrue Holiday, and tied for second, I believe it was Damian Lillard and Chris Middleton.
Facts.
You're a Pelicans stan. How do you feel about Jrue being voted the most underrated player by his peers?
Jrue used to be an all-star. People forgot. Like, have you forgotten? Jrue just won Defensive Player of the Year last year. I mean, not Defensive Player of the Year. He was the first team all defense. Yeah, but he could have won it. Like, he was clamping people up like that. Yeah. That's what he was on. So people just don't watch New Orleans basketball, and that's cool. Like, I get it. We not a prime destination to watch, but just because you don't watch don't mean it ain't happening. And Jrue locked down anybody. Jrue had Harden in check one game. So Jrue do his job well.
Last year with the Blazers,
had Dame on lock and CJ on lock. Whoever he was on, they wasn't scoring for real. So people can say what they want. He is underrated. And then, like, I think once he got traded to New Orleans, or after he got hurt and got traded to New Orleans, whatever happened, how that went down, that's when people started to forget about him. Yeah. But the people in the NBA who voted they know how Jrue coming.
And Dame and Middleton, man, Dame's not underrated to me. Well, yeah,
I think
to me, he's top 3. He's a top 3.
But people
top
don't put
4
him in the
point
top
guard.
3. People forget Dame is at people forget about Dame.
It's just because he in Portland. Like, and
he talk about that, the big market and all that.
Like, they overlook him.
He says he'll be fine without winning a ring if he's like stays with Portland. He said he doesn't want to join a super team and shift the balance of power in the NBA. So I respect Dame. I don't think he's underrated. And lastly, Chris Middleton. He just bursted onto the scene.
I mean,
I think he underrated because he played in Milwaukee, and then Giannis just everybody want to talk about Giannis, but now since Giannis is up for MVP, they gotta watch, and since they watching, they see what he doing.
Yeah.
So that's just how that went.
Your guy, the Pelicans just hired, I believe, David Griffin, former Cleveland Cavaliers GM. How do you feel?
He's our new vice president or president of operations, whatever they say, whatever the title is. So I don't know if that means he's gonna be handling the GM job or what, but it feels good to have somebody that know what they're doing in the office, in the building, in the city.
They was like, it's not even a rebuilding move getting Griffin. It was like they're finna prepare for go get pieces and try to compete for a championship in the West.
No, like we're gonna be straight. So excited. Like, and when he was talking about trading AD on NBA TV not too long ago, he said like what he would have done. So I'm excited to see like what he brings to the table in New Orleans and for the city, cause we need a revival in that basketball. And I hope he trade AD like as soon as he can. Like,
trade.
As soon as the draft lottery's over, AD need to be gone.
What trade you think he's gonna make? Which team and what you think the trade will be?
Knowing him and his relationship with LeBron, I think he's gonna do the Laker deal. I don't think he's gonna do the other deals. Like the only way the Knicks gonna get him is they give us their number 1 pick, and I don't know if the Knicks would give up a Zion pick for AD.
A rental, yeah.
Right. And I don't know. And the Celtics, they'd have to come off some picks, and they'd have to come off Tatum and Brown. So I don't know if they're willing to do that, and because they don't know what's gonna happen with Kyrie. But personally, I like the idea of Kuzma, Lonzo, and them over Tatum and Brown. It's just like the Lakers really have a good young core, and they just not there yet. But it's okay because they're young. Like had the Lakers never got LeBron, like they still be fine. Like they still wouldn't have made the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's like they still be doing what they're doing now. But I'd rather them come. If like you gonna bring them to New Orleans and you gonna have Kuzma and Lonzo, and we could get the Pelicans supposed to have a top 7 pick, so we can get Bol or one of them boys that play good in the tournament.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling what we could do. Or what they can potentially be. Like, even if we're not winning in the next two years, like, at least, it's hope. Right now, it ain't no hope. When AD not playing, Drew need something else around him. He
gave that fan the finger.
AD done with New Orleans. And
That's all, folks.
But I think, and then people be antagonizing them too, and it's more so, like, people that don't understand that they're humans too.
Yeah.
So, but I think, like, it's a lot of options we have. Like New Orleans can get Ja Morant, and we can trade AD, and we might tell Drew like we respect you enough, Drew, to not hold you here for this rebuild.
Yeah.
And trade Drew somewhere. Like I don't want to see Drew leave New Orleans. I really would rather Drew like almost retire a Pelican, to be honest. But I mean, I respect him. He 30 something, almost 30 years old. So if he want to go play somewhere else and compete, by all means.
Before we get into the Lakers organization and all the moves they made, I just want to go over a couple more what the players voted on they voted best ball handler, Kyrie Irving. We all agree?
Yes.
KD's next team, the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And most trash talk, Draymond Green.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know. I wouldn't like if Draymond trash talking me, bro. I would make him cry. I'm real grimy with it. I take it to off the court. That's how I'm coming. Then you gonna be mad.
Well, he almost got a fight with Tristan off the court.
Mm-hmm.
MVP, the players voted James Harden over Giannis.
Yep.
That was telling. The players respect the stats over Giannis and his team winning.
Nobody cares about the record, bro. Record mean nothing. That's a team accomplishment. Doing individual stuff will make you the most valuable, right?
Yeah, 36 points per game.
Take away them 36 points. Who gonna score them?
I don't know.
All right.
You agree that Harden MVP over Giannis?
I do.
And lastly, the players voted Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time.
They're not gonna vote for somebody that's playing right now with them.
Yeah, I agree with that. it's like it's competition. Why would I
But
say
LeBron
one
was
player's
second,
better
right?
than me?
Yeah.
LeBron was
Brown
second. Kobe was third.
So I mean, that's everybody. That's not everybody top 3.
But the percent was LeBron 11%. Kobe
like
had
3.
10%.
Jordan had 73.
Yeah, Jordan had 73.
Oh, okay.
And like it was a section of 4 players that like
Voted somebody else, maybe like AI or whoever.
Yeah, it was AI, KD,
Yeah.
Magic, I believe. So I mean,
It's all
127 players did this poll, but it was just revealing like what the players think. And now it's not time to get into the Lakers, man. Magic just steps down all of a sudden out the blue, leaves LeBron and the Lakers organization high and dry. Said, "I'm not gonna be here." How you feel? How you feel about Magic stepping down?
I kind of felt it coming.
I mean, I just don't understand when he was a part of the plan with LeBron. I mean, I thought him and LeBron had a plan. You know, Magic been a good player on the court when he played, and then off the court, he has that basketball mind that LeBron has, and their game was similar. So it's like they know what pieces to bring around that team for them to win. So I feel like Magic stepping down is just bad because him and LeBron, I'm pretty sure they had a plan just to get the players, the pieces they need for them to win and get back on track.
It was telling. It's probably was. I think Magic probably didn't think they would land a superstar to leave the Lakers high and dry. He just wanted to get out of there. But then Magic then he didn't blow up the team, but like made moves. Then he traded Russell. Didn't resign Randall.
Mm-hmm.
So
didn't resign Randall. Didn't resign
one more player. How about that?
Randall and traded Russell. Didn't resign Randall, and he let Brook. He traded Brook.
Yeah, Brook. So he imploded the team for LeBron to come and bring another superstar. But
and 2 max caps, like, come on.
I think Magic's plan went down when the AD trade broke down.
Yeah,
Dale Demps beat Magic Johnson.
I think Magic just his mind wasn't on basketball, man. The man has so many other ventures and stuff going on, like a lot during the NBA season wasn't even over, and he was at more Michigan State games than Lakers games.
Yeah.
So it's like his mind was elsewhere, and that man, he older, he could live his life and do what he want to do. And personally, he don't need the money. It ain't like he need the job. Like he got a whole lot of other stuff going on with the Dodgers and whoever else. So I think him stepping down, because what he said, in 2 years if I don't bring nobody.
Yeah, he said 2 years.
So how long has he had the job? Only a year, or has it been 2 years?
2 years.
It's been 2?
Yeah, he drafted Lonzo and this
okay,
year
so
LeBron.
he had his
3 years, I believe.
He said what he was gonna do. He said in 2 years if I can't bring just a superstar, I'll leave.
He brought you LeBron.
He brought you LeBron, and he didn't. No, but he said if I can't bring you 2,
two, okay,
multiple, whatever he said, he only brought 1. So he kept his word and he left. And now I think they should get his job. They don't need a new president of operations, but because technically the owners can do that job, but I like the idea of them giving it to Jerry West or
Jerry West with the Clippers though.
But he's a free agent.
Jerry West is a free agent. No, he's
something like that. No, but what Shaq said? Shaq said who? Jerry West, right?
Nah, I heard Kobe Bryant name flying around. I hear Jerry West.
Shaq said Jerry West.
You think Jerry West will leave the Clippers to come back to the Lakers?
It's a way better job. What?
No. The Clippers are a good team, better coached than the Lakers.
The Clippers will never win without a superstar.
They're finna get a superstar this summer.
We'll see. And the idea of Kobe going there would be cool too, but I don't know if Kobe could build a team. But it's like I guess this would be his chance to do it. And if Shaq, I don't know if Shaq would want to do it, but I like the idea of Shaq doing it too, because Shaq no talent in my opinion. But 9 times out of 10 he won't do it.
Then the Lakers fired Luke Walton.
And that's what I'm about to say.
Luke Walton agrees in principle to be the new Kings head coach after they fired David George. How do you feel about that?
Good move. Yep. Because I feel like
good move for who?
The Kings.
The Kings. I
mean, David Yoger or whatever is not all that.
Yes, I mean
Luke Walton not a bad coach, but
he's
Luke
not.
Walton just don't need that pressure on him with the Lakers.
The Kings though, this is the most wins they had in the season in a long time. And that's because I think and due to part of the David George. And Yoger, my bad. And
Joeger,
then I haven't but I haven't seen Luke Walton coach well. I haven't seen that.
I mean, the team he had was
They
always
were doing
hurt.
good till they got LeBron.
They was always
I'm not
hurt.
saying LeBron messed him up, but it's just not. He can't handle the spotlight. So I think with a team like Sacramento that's not as hyped up, he could do more. Plus,
Oh no,
I like
they
that.
gonna have expectations next year.
I mean, yeah, but him going to the Lakers, I'm pretty sure they had
they had
high
super
expectations for him.
because
Like,
it's LA. LA don't
and
like
he didn't.
being not in the playoffs and being sorry.
He didn't do nothing for them. He didn't prove himself
Right.
for them to.
And I like the
Keep
idea
him
of
there.
I like the idea of Ty Lue going to the Cavs.
Ty Lue or Monty Williams? Who do you prefer?
Mine, you know how I'm coming.
Like,
Monty
Ty Lue.
was the best coach New Orleans ever had, man. Like, David Griffin could come in there and fire Alvin Gentry today for Monty Williams, and I would be A-okay. So,
I think they said Alvin Gentry gonna stay.
Yeah, they said they like Alvin
Yeah,
Gentry.
they said he's a favorite.
like, I don't, but it's not so much
Champion.
him. I don't like him because he let, Monty was great, bro. If Monty go to the Lakers, Monty gonna have them boys playing. Now, I don't know how LeBron gonna feel.
They said Monty used with
Yeah, here you go.
USA. Monty Williams was
Him and LeBron was cool.
Yeah,
Because Monty don't take no BS. Monty about that business. That's why people didn't like Monty. They said Chris Paul and him had got into it too before he was gone. But Monty don't care about no status. Monty gonna coach.
Is a Pelicans head coach is a favorite of the organization.
Alvin Gentry. What can you do?
Tom Benson. I mean, Miss Benson and them like him. So, I'm gonna speak for the city on this one. Most of us don't. I could tell you that for sure.
Man, you guys saw Coach Bud won Coach of the Year.
Deserve it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, they already announced
No,
that?
if the other coaches voted,
Oh.
and he won the Coach of the Year award.
I mean, he got the best record. I feel like best record equals best coach.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't go like that every year though.
But it should.
So Steve Kerr should have won Coach of the Year.
Never mind.
Yes.
Unless it's a team like that, then it don't. It's not the same.
You can't. You got. It's hard to coach a team full of superstars, man. It's hard.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Wait, why you think
The
it's hard?
attitudes are hard, but then honestly, he don't care because he knows.
Because I'm
It's a-
pretty sure everybody
when,
wants to
like,
have the
when Curry
ball in
hit
their
that three,
hand and
when
they
Curry hit
wanna.
that three, and he was like,
I mean, you can't do nothing about
right,
it.
it's nothing you can do because they're that good. That's how
I mean, but I'm saying playing together, like for them to win.
you think
like,
if you don't put a lot of high basketball IQ people that are good on the same team, they're not gonna know how to play together.
What if everybody just want to be selfish and shine? You know.
So
Like,
let's see.
So it's like-
Curry's
All he gotta do is
unselfish.
call players out of timeout. That's it. Them boys don't even. need
Curry's
to call no
unselfish.
plays, to be honest.
Clay is chill. KD, okay, he has an ego.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Draymond, okay, he has he has big
he
emotions.
really elevated KD's game. To be honest,
Wait, who?
it's Curry.
No, he didn't.
Who
He
did it?
did. He got KD a better defender. He made him a better
He
defender.
didn't make him do anything.
Bruh.
You have to. You don't have to
Coach-
do as much
that's
on
coaching.
the team. You
That's
don't have to do as
coaching.
much on the team. with
That's
people
KD,
like that.
coaching.
K knew he had to improve on defense.
That's
on a team that
coaching.
can do anything on offense.
That's coaching.
You don't have to do as much when you're on a team that has that many offensive weapons. So naturally, you're gonna play better defense.
Okay, I'm gonna just let y'all have it.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
don't
gonna
like.
let me
Y'all don't
have
like.
it,
Y'all don't
'cause
like the
you're wrong.
Warriors. Y'all don't like the Warriors.
You're
Y'all just don't
wrong.
like the Warriors.
You're wrong.
Y'all don't like the Warriors.
You're wrong.
On Wednesday, we lost two legends. Two legends retired: Dwayne Wade and Dirk Nowitzki.
Legacy. Wade County.
Two great stars, legends retired. How do you guys feel? Wade ended his career with a triple double,
And the game before that, he dropped a 30-piece wing.
and Dirk had a double double to finish his NBA career.
And Dirk is a legend forever. It's crazy that they both played in. They played in the finals twice against each other, and they both won one. So that's hard. Like in Wade, in my head for Wade, Wade had a great career, bro. Wade was amazing, man. Like,
Yeah.
Like I remember when we was in New Orleans for All-Star Weekend in 2006 or 5 or something like that, and we had the chance to almost meet him. No, it wasn't 5 because that was Katrina, and it couldn't have been 6. So it must have been like
7.
2008. It was 2008.
Okay.
Yeah, we was down there for 2008, and we almost had the opportunity to meet him, but our cousin Darrenique did instead, and we was just like standing in line, like super close to him, and we was like, dang. And what's crazy about that is that we wanted to meet Dwayne Wade, but we ended up meeting Paul Pierce. We ended up meeting Paul Pierce, and I played like a game with him. I remember that like it was yesterday. I was like 11 or 12. It was cool, but
That's not around nigga, especially with
yeah, now what's going on, yeah. But I wanted to meet Dwayne Wade, and I was like third in line. And then he ended up leaving, and then I ended up meeting Paul Pierce. But Wade was so cool, man. He was cool in person. So I'm like, and on the court he was just a beast. So it's like you can't do nothing but respect somebody like that. And Paul Pierce was cool too, but you know, he not Dwayne Wade.
You thought you was Kobe?
And then Dirk, man, I mean
the best European player
Dirk is
ever. Some say.
Yeah,
Man, Dirk far.
Dirk.
Dirk
You
Far.
say European. I say the best person not from America. Period.
I can't say that yet.
Who else? Who else is there?
Wasn't Hakeem from overseas?
Oh, okay. My bad.
It's a lot of.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't even think about
it's a lot
Africa.
of,
My bad.
African,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Players.
My bad, Hakeem. But yeah, Dirk is. I mean, even if he did everybody outside this country, he probably top 3 or top 5.
I can agree with that.
So
yeah, we're gonna miss those 2 players. NBA weekdays and weekends won't be the same with them 2 players gone. I feel like Wade could still play for another couple of seasons, but to go out on your own terms,
Wade got
that's
bad
what it's all
knees
about.
though.
But he ain't played that bad with his knees. He played 70-something games this year.
Some games he was the
Played
Heat
bad,
leading
yeah.
scorer, and clutch
He won
closer
games
too.
for the Warriors
Yeah.
and a lot of against the Warriors and stuff.
So yeah, we'll miss those 2 guys for real.
Yeah.
Last night basketball, the NCAA championship, Virginia versus Texas Tech. I won $5. Good bet, my good man.
Boy, suck.
Did you watch the game?
I did, nah,
You
I was
didn't
asleep.
I almost missed it. I caught the overtime.
Yeah,
I was asleep too.
for this NCAA championship, it wasn't a lot of hype, in my opinion.
Because it wasn't 2-5 teams.
Yeah.
I mean, Virginia was the number 1 seed, but again,
It wasn't teams people really wanted to watch.
Wanted to
Yeah,
see.
because if Duke was in there, that would have set a probably new record for the NCAA championship.
Views, yeah.
Yeah, but the game went to overtime, ended in a bit of controversy due to replay.
And they got there off a replay.
So how do you feel? How you feel about replay and coming into sports and changing calls? Because I agree with one person said if you at the park, that's obviously out on the man who hit the ball out.
Right.
But with replay, frame by frame, you could see that he touched an inch of his finger. So how do you feel about it?
How could you prove it touched the inch of his finger with video replay? You can't feel it. I'm just saying, you can't feel it. But I mean, replay do need to be involved, but at certain times where they review certain stuff, but they only reviewing the last 2 minutes and all that. I think that's like if you're gonna review stuff, the coaches should be able to ask for a review. Like the coaches should get maybe a review a quarter or something. It shouldn't be where only in the last 2 minutes you can get a review at halftime and the end of the quarter, whatever it is.
Slows the game down.
Nah, I know it might slow the game down, but it's almost like a timeout. If I call a review, it's also a timeout.
But under 2 minutes, they be reviewing everything.
Yeah, but it'd
like
be
2 minutes. It'd be like 15 minutes for the game.
The last 2 minutes they should do reviews. But I'm saying I should also not have to wait till the second quarter. I should also be able to call a review for certain stuff outside of them 2 minutes.
Okay.
Because, bro, like people out here double dribbling, people out here doing all kind of stuff, but y'all only gonna call it in
like
2 minutes.
that's the main
I'm
one.
saying
traveling.
like, how y'all gonna let grown men that and try to teach the youth to not travel, but then people out here traveling.
That is the biggest one in the NBA right now is traveling.
Like people walk on the regular and they carry the ball a lot. Like they used to tell us we couldn't do this. We couldn't dribble up and bring the ball and put out the bottom of your hand can never be at the ground facing the ground. But people dribble like this. That's how they dribble.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the fundamentals is off.
But coming in last podcast, I said Virginia winning, coming from being the worst team, losing to the 16th seed to be in the championship. That's one of the greatest sports stories ever. So, congratulations, Virginia. So you cut them on the set, but I give you your props.
Auburn should have been there, but okay.
I know, bro.
Do it for Chuma. On to music a little bit. Did you guys watch Nipsey funeral?
I did.
Nah.
Did you enjoy it?
I did.
Can you tell us more?
Oh, my bad. I caught it. When I got on it, it was Marsha. It was Marsha Ambrosius performing real big in a little song. I didn't know it was her at first, so I had to go do something. I was at work, so then I ended up coming back, and the first thing I saw was Louis Farrakhan's speech about him. It was real good, and it was just a lot. Like I liked how they let everybody speak for him. Like the memorial really was like 4 hours. Like for
It was
real.
like
It was supposed to start at 10 and then start right at 10, but it ran over to like. It wasn't over to like 4.
I love how
or
they
5.
treated him as a like the princes of the Whitney Houston's. They let the viewing audience were able to watch it
On TV and stuff,
Yeah.
and streaming it, and he was I like how they let the public be involved in it because it was almost like it was a public death the
Yeah.
way it hit social media and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was doing so much in the community and out here in the world, like that. Everybody kind of should have had the opportunity to see it if they couldn't attend.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they had a private funeral the day before for like his family and the media family and his close business partners. Like Jay-Z went to that one. He didn't go to the second one. And then they had him. I like how they really did it big for him. Like in the song, he got called Real Big. He talked about like, I knew one day I'd do it this big. Like they really did it big for him. 50 Rolls Royces, like or 20, however many Rolls Royces they had. He had a Rolls Royce Hearst. He had his daughter and his son and his baby mom, wife, girlfriend, whatever her title is. They had her in the Rolls Royce trucks. His mama in a Rolls Royce truck. They had his music playing. Like his mama was sad, of course, but she turned up to his music in the car. It was like, I don't know, like a lot of people probably never been to like a real hood funeral.
Yeah.
But it was a mix of hood funeral with a lot of class on top of it. And I like how they let at the funeral, like they let people be themselves. So it was like that's why they probably didn't want it in the church anyway, because it was like where the hood meets positivity, like all at once. So it was like, you know, that's my dog, that's my that's my all that. It was like a lot of love shown for him, and you know, and the people look down on the hood and think that people can't feel nothing because of the environment and stuff. But like, you know, people express themselves differently, so they let him go out how he's supposed to go out with his gang was involved, his rapper friends involved, his brothers involved, his sister involved,
Very
kids
classy.
involved, mom, dad. He had minister from Eritrea. I forgot to say it. Look, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. The country. He had a minister from there. He had Farrakhan. He had a pastor. And the pastor that did the eulogy of ended the ceremony, he even went off singing Nipsey Hussle song. Like he went off singing All My Life, Grinding All My Life. You know, he quoted him and ended it like that, and I thought that was real cool. But yeah, they did it big for him in the Staples Center. So
Well deserved.
Rest in peace, Nipsey. The marathon continues. I'm
Rest
buying
in
my
peace.
hoodie Monday if they still got something in stock. He did.
Facts.
That's just what's going on. Matter of fact, I got paid. I'm about to buy it today.
What's the new music? New music.
New music. Oh, let's talk about it. On my phone about to die. Let me see.
Them two new Lil Uzi singles.
Two new Uzi singles. They've been dropped on the leak, but
They hard
they
though.
go crazy.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
I like-
I like that's a rap.
Paradise.
I like Sarah Green.
Sarah, yeah,
that's
that
a rap go
Paradise.
hard.
But that's a rack hard too. Like both of them. But Sarah Green my favorite because it samples the Michael Montana and Kid Camp. That girl, I like the way you do it. Yeah, that jump hard, man.
Hard.
Make sure you clip this one for this week. Post this one about the music because you never do. We never get a music clip on the Pack Life podcast page. You did. Pack Life Pod on Instagram and Twitter. You never post that.
What you talking about, bro?
You never posted nothing about music. I
I
was
do
just
post about music.
You know what I'm saying? The clips, me and the Nipsey clip was the only one about music, rightfully so. But Tame Impala drop. I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It's really been a slow
it's been
news-
slow with music
music.
because
Yeah.
of Nipsey. I feel like so
Even-
it really ain't been much to listen to. But you
even
see,
bef-
Sanguine Paradise number 2 on Apple Music,
Yeah,
rightfully so.
even
Old
before-
Town Road with Billy Ray Cyrus is number 1.
Even before
Also
Nipsey though,
about-
it's been a slow news year.
I know why.
Couple
You
albums.
want me to tell you why?
You have the inside
I have
scoop.
the inside scoop.
Oh, let us know.
Everybody waiting for the summer.
Say that a bit loud. I don't think they could hear you.
Everybody waiting for the summer.
Why you think everybody waiting for the summer?
It's about to be a hot summer, believe me.
Think
Rolling
Summer
Loud is in
16
May.
vibes?
As soon as summer, but everybody saying summer 16 was crazy. They saying it's about to be a summer 19. I'm like, I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's go crazy. Like, It's about to be a hot summer, bro. I'm telling you. A lot of people dropping this summer.
Who are you guys anticipating to drop?
Thug gonna drop. Uzi gonna drop.
Yeah.
Drake gonna drop.
Really waiting on Uzi.
Wayne gonna drop something else.
I'm waiting for Big Sean to
Big
drop.
Sean gonna drop.
Shit, hopefully. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully.
You just got so amazed by all this goodness. You amazed.
Hopefully Yachty drops something like.
Yachty probably about to drop something too.
Yeah.
It's I told bro. The summer about to be. YNW Melly got another project about to drop.
That's funny.
The baby probably gonna drop something else. Even though he on the run right now, but he dropping so much stuff.
Do you think
he's so hot right now? He might drop something else too.
I think we're all waiting for Rihanna's album.
Rihanna baby, look, let me talk to you. If you got an album about to drop, I'm listening. First day.
That's everybody.
Like,
boy, you ain't special.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I'm just talking to you, like man to woman. Like,
man,
like baby, I need that album and I need you. That's just all I want. That's all I want to see.
You goofy.
Since you talking about Rihanna, I had to see it.
Kanye, I'm still looking for his album.
Yandi somewhere in there. I don't know.
Chance is releasing an album.
Chance, yep. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people about to drop.
I think it's a lot of big artists too.
And because Rolling Loud is in May and stuff, and all these festivals about to come. It's festival season in the summer.
Maybe Justin Bieber too.
Ooh. Justin Bieber with a married person album. Yeah. What are you gonna talk about?
Hey, he said something.
Okay.
That's all the music y'all got?
Yeah, that's really it on the music tip.
What movies are y'all looking forward to? We know Endgame is coming in 2 weeks. Avengers Endgame.
That's all I'm worried about.
That's all you worried about? You saw the Lion King, the live action version is coming out soon.
Like in theaters?
Yeah.
They gonna have real lions?
Yeah. I'm not going to see it. It's not.
It ain't like Aladdin. Like I'm gonna go see Aladdin.
I'm not going to see that either.
Will Smith, please, I'm going to see Aladdin.
Why is Will Smith Aladdin?
He's not the Aladdin, he's the genie, boy.
Well, yeah, why is he the genie?
Because the genie, I don't know. You ever seen Shazam? With Shaq? He was the genie.
That's Kazam.
Kazam, my bad. Shazam,
Shazam came out.
I need to go see that.
Yeah, I need to go see that too. They said that's one of the best DC movies. Okay. And when you talk about, you seen Us?
I did.
Have you seen Us? Yo, guys want to get into it a little bit?
You gonna spoil it for people?
It's been a month. What do you mean spoil it?
What else? What you want to say about it?
Spoiler ahead.
I finally saw it.
Skip ahead if you have not seen Us by Jordan Peele yet. Did you like it for real?
You should put like a flash.
It wasn't as much the hype, but I mean it was straight. It was.
You put a flash.
It was a good movie though, but it wasn't.
I agree with him.
You should put a flash on the screen like spoiler alert, like red and white flashes.
Did you like Us?
It was cool. Like I don't know how I got 99 or 100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a good horror film, even though it wasn't horror, but
it was more suspenseful. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it like a 7.5.
Yeah, 7 for me. I think it was a good horror film, but if you take Jordan Peele away from it, it's a good horror film. But when you include him and you expect like multiple messages and a symbolism and everything, I think it wasn't as good.
Well, I think it had that, but we might not understand it. There might be more to it.
I also thought he tried to do too much. Like too much.
Kinda did.
Yeah, like too much. Know about this. Like everything was important. Nah, there's something that's overdoing
it. Why
it.
was everybody just spreading across like the whole world? Like at the end, like, and it's the same people
they did what her T-shirt was doing.
Yeah, and like it's the same people. Like, what was he trying to do?
I don't know, but
yeah.
I feel like this movie wasn't better than Get Out.
I'm waiting on Infinity. Endgame.
Yeah, everybody waiting for Endgame.
So
I think all eyes gonna be on Jordan Peele for the next film he releases.
He probably gonna one up everybody.
Yeah, I think he has to, because if he doesn't, it's
I think he's still got stuff in the works. I mean, he's not going nowhere, bro. You know how many people come out with bad movies? His movie wasn't even bad. It just wasn't as good as Get Out, and that's okay. It's hard to top your best thing. Like that's what people gotta understand about life. When you come out with something that's so amazing, if you chasing the idea of recreating that or trying to one up it, you're gonna be dissatisfied every time. Like the Carter 3 was a Lil Wayne best-selling album. People assume that the Carter 4 was gonna be just like it or better. It's hard, It's hard to top something that's that good.
That's true.
When you come out with your best stuff, like it's hard to top something that's that good.
Your best stuff. I think that I believe that's true. YG, My Crazy Life.
No, yeah, it's gonna be hard to top that because it was that good.
Yeah.
And it's not saying that you're bad. It's just
You
can't top that.
You came out with something so great that
you can't top it.
Yeah. Real big. Anything else you guys are anticipating? Shoes.
The Travis Scott ones.
Say, I'm praying for me.
Me
Pray for
too, man. I want them so bad.
I mean, they not even like, bro. People not even about to buy them to wear them. They buying them to sell them.
Exactly.
I buy all my shoes to wear them. I don't buy nothing to sell it. If I'm buying something I want, I'm buying it for me. I don't need to sell it. Yeah, I don't need to sell it.
Fit. You think Travis gonna release an album this year?
He dropped Astro dropped last year.
Yeah, in August.
I think he'll drop something. I don't
think
know.
he'll drop some singles, not an album.
Yeah,
singles. I think an album would come like October, November. Not even maybe this year, to be honest. I probably think he'll still let Astro ride.
Personally, if I was on a major deal like that, I'm dropping an album a year.
Yeah, he need to be like Drake now, like drop one every year.
Again too.
But then again, like Travis, like see, when you trying to chase something so great, sometimes it's hard to do.
I mean, I say he got something on the way with that Game of Thrones with Weekend and
Weekend.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones come back on tomorrow.
You excited? Even though you're not caught back up yet?
I'm on season 5. I got 20 some episodes to do. 30. Dang. Need to go watch now.
We're finna end it anyway. Got into it. Anything else you want to leave the audience with?
Oh, I'm done with my mixtape.
Wait, you're what?
I'm done with my mixtape. It's called Saint.
Get it mixed.
Yep, get it mixed. And it's gonna drop in May.
In May?
And what about the new logo, PACT brand, with the shirts coming on the way, summertime?
New shirts come in Thursday. Ooh. Post the link, pactbrand.net. Pactbrand.net, pactbrand.net.
Link in description.
Cut card on all social media platforms. And I'm telling you, this mixtape is smooth. And I'm going to let y'all in on a secret because, everybody don't really tune into the podcast like they should. So I need to start listening to what I'm saying on here. I'm going to have another mixtape right after my new mixtape. Maybe a couple weeks or a month later.
Like Future?
Yeah,
that's how I'm coming.
And that one's called, and they don't even know the name of it. That one's called Sinner.
Saint Sinner.
Saint and Sinner. Oh, and they both, and all of them coming with some exclusive merchandise. You dig? PACT brand.
Stay tuned.
Yep.
We out here.
That's what's going on.
Working.
And this concludes episode 11 of the PACT Life Podcast. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Terrence Ross try to take his head off. And we did not go over the NBA playoffs. Tune in to the video prior to this, the official NBA playoffs and finals predictions we did with the Distribute podcast to find out our NBA playoffs predictions. And thanks for tuning in and goodbye.